Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Bella Africana, and in this video I'll be showing you how to make the trendy bubu that you just saw. I'm going to be using 3.5 yards of this African print. It's a very simple tutorial, so join me and let's make this quickly. So yes, like I said, I'll be using this fabric and I'll be taking the two edges of the fabric. It's 3.5 yards, 3.5 yards. I'll be taking the two edges and joining them together just like this through the fabric. And after folding it this way, then I'll fold it into 4, just like you can see. So I'll fold it first into 2 and then into 4 equally. So right after that, I'll be taking my measurement. And quickly for my neck depth, I'll be using 4 inches. 4 inches for the neck depth. I hope you can see. 4 inches, and then for the that was for the neck width, not depth. For the neck width, the wideness 4 inches, and then for the neck depth, that is going to be 1.5 inches. So if you have a curve rule, you join the 2 points, but if you don't have, you can do a freehand sketch just like this. And after which, I'll be taking my shoulder measurement. So I'll be working with a shoulder of 15 inches, and when you divide that by 2, you have 7.5. So I'm going to be marking 7.5 right here. And from the 7.5 mark, I'm going to be taking a measurement of 11 inches for the sleeves. 11 inches, I'll mark that. And from that 11 inches point, I'll come down by 1 inch. Please guys, don't make a mistake. I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. So I'll connect all the points just like this. If you have a rule that will also make it smoother, that's fine. And after connecting the point, from the point of the sleeve length, I'm going to come in by 11 inches. Yes, for the length of my sleeve, 11 inches. I'm going to mark 11 inches. And then from that point to the center fold is 20 inches. That's for my own fabric, 20 inches. You can extend yours if you wish. You can make yours 22, 23, depending on whatever desired length you want. So I'll be joining all the points, 20 inches. I'm going to join it straight down. And after which, I'll draw a connecting line for the sleeve. So next, I'm going to be taking my bust measurement. So the distance from my shoulder to my bust point, I'm going to be using a measurement of 10 inches. For me, right, sometimes it can be 9. So I'm using 10 now because this is a big dress. I'm using 10 inches. And at that 10 inches point, I'm going to be taking my bust measurement divided by 4. So I'm going to mark that down. And after which, I'll go over to my waist measurement. So for the waist measurement, I'm going to be taking from the shoulder to the waist point. I'm going to be using 18. I'm a bit tall, so I'm using 18 inches. And at that 18 inches point mark, I'll be dividing my waist, round my waist, divided by 4, right? So whatever you get for you, your round measurement for your waist divided by 4, you mark it on that point. And after which, I'm going to be adding 2 inches for ease because it's a free dress. And then I'll be adding 1 inches for sewing allowance. If you can recall, I did not add my ease and sewing allowance to the bust measurement. So I'm going back now to add the 2 inches for ease and 1 inches for the for the sewing allowance. So I'll connect these 2 points immediately. No need for long talk. I'll connect the 2 points, and after which I'll be taking my waist measurement. So from my shoulder down to my waist, I'm going to be using 28 inches. So right at that 28 inches point, I will take my hips measurement, divide it by 4. You do the same for yours. Whatever you have, you mark it on that particular point. You add 2 inches for ease and 1 inches for sewing allowance. Please don't get distracted. That's the line in between my waist and my hips is not needed. Yes, so I'm just adding the 2 inches, like I said, for the hips, for the 2 inches for the ease and 1 inches for sewing allowance. Then I'll connect all the points immediately. And so whatever I have at this point, that is for my hip measurement, If, for example, I have 15 inches, after dividing my hip measurement by 4, adding 2 inches for ease, and then 1 inches for sewing, whatever I have at that particular point, I'm going to take it all down. So yes, already at this point, I was creating the slope because our shoulder is not box. So I was joining already from my sleeve down to the curve quickly, so I don't have to come back. It's a long fabric, so I have to join all these points before I start going to the down measurement. So whatever I have at this point at my hip measurement, I'm taking the same thing downwards, down to the end. Exactly, I'm not adding any other allowance. So I'll connect all my points like so, and after which I do that quickly, I'm going to be cutting. So yes, free tip guys, you see this emblem that is being displayed here, this emblem that is usually on African print. One of the easiest way that I know to remove them is by using a hot iron placed on them directly on the face, and then you can easily pull it off. I see tailors just drag it off, and sometimes when you're trying to pull it off, the paper under will still be there. It's going to attract, that area is going to be black, attract dust, and it will not look fine. So hot iron usually work for me, but if you have a better way of removing this emblem, please let me know in the comment section. So yes, I'm cutting all through, like I said, going down to the shoulder, the neck, cutting everywhere, both the sleeves, every point that I've connected, I'll be cutting it now. And after which, I'll separate the fabric. So the next thing that we'll do now is to separate the two, the front and the back. So I'll keep the back and I'll be using the front piece to still cut, especially for the neck. So for the neck, I'll come down again by 8 inches. I'm going to have like a V neck, because this will be a guide for the black part. So I'm going to be using 8 inches. I'll connect the part and then cut it quickly. But from there, before I do any cutting, yes, I'm going to be taking 2 inches from the 8 inches point, guys. 2 inches from the 8 inches point. I'll take the 2 inches all through down. And after that, I can now do a smooth cut, right? So when I'm cutting, when I get back to that, to the point where I marked the 8 inches, I will just join. You do a freehand, yes, join it all and cut it. I'll connect that part and join it. So after which, this is what I have. This is the front part now. It's giving me a kind of kimono vibe, guys. And you can see the shape. It's looking all shapy already. And yes, before I do any joining further, I'm going to quickly turn the hand. I'm going to get my black fabric, just like this. I'll get my black fabric, and I'm going to be using 5 inches. Yes, so I'm cutting 5 inches already on fold. This is because for the neck is going to be from the neck all through down, is going to be very long. So this 5 inches on fold, I'll still divide it into 2. Yes, just keep watching so you don't get confused. So that means I'm automatically cutting 10 inches and then dividing it into 2, right? Just like this. I'll divide it into 2. So this is because when I divide it into 2, I'll take one part and join to the other part, so I can have a very long 5 inches. Yes, this is how I'm going to get my for the front. What would I call that? It's not a cape, but the design for the front, right? This is how I'm going to get it. So I'll cut it all through down, and after that, I'll take my stay. I'm going to be using a stay, a very soft stay. I'm going to be using the stay. I'll gum it on this black. This is doll face, so you can use anyone. You can use cotton. You can use any black fabric of your choice, depending on the color of your material. So after cutting, I'll go down to my pressing board and have it pressed with the stay, or the interfacing, depending on what you are using. So like I said, I'll be joining these two edges to make it very long. Yes, I came back to cut extra one because the whole front design is about 3 yards. It was very, very long, so I needed more, and I don't want to start sewing and realize that, oh, I have to cut more. So it's better it is excess than it is less, right? So I came to cut one excuse me, one more, and then I'll add it also to the other ones, and then get all of them pressed, giving them a very good press. So guys, let's proceed. After which, guys, I'm going to be inserting my pocket, my patch pocket. So cutting a patch pocket is very easy. You can even use pieces from the one you have cut out whatever depth you want to use. Let's say 8x8 or 8x10, depending on your choice and whatever form you want it to be. Yes, and just for a little spice up, I had to cut from the black like 3 inches on fold. I like it on fold, but depending on you, you can use 2 inches in whatever pattern to put your patch pocket, just like this. And then I place my pocket on 18 inches from my shoulder down to the point where I place my pocket is 18 inches, and that's fine for me. That's on my waist area. So this is the black, guys, and I'm done pressing it. So I'm going to give it a notch at one of the edges. I'll be giving it this notch, and I'll be showing you why I did this when I pick up the Ankara. And also, I would want a slit in the front, and I want my slit to be around 17 inches, 17, 18-ish. So to do that, I'll go down to the edges of the black and then mark it inward, like just like this. I'm going to take in 17 inches. I'll mark it. You can make yours 18 or 19 depending on how much slit you want yours to have. So I'll mark the 17, guys. This is the point where I'm going to stitch, where my stitch is going to stop. So that's why I'm marking it very well. So after which, I'll go back to my Ankara now, and I'm going to arrange it. So just like this, just like it's being displayed, I'm going to arrange it very well to avoid any mistake, any excesses. So right at the center back, I'm also going to give it a notch. And these notches are very important. So, but if you don't want to do notches, you can just give it a good press. And just so everything is made uniform, I had to join my sides together and put in the black for the sleeves. You can do that if you're already sewing yours now while watching. So it will be easier to just focus on the center front, because that's where the beauty is. I don't want any distraction. So I already joined my sides already, place the patch pocket, and then I can focus on the center front. So please note, guys, from my center back to the 8 inches mark that I made on the front, for me it was 13.6. So you have to measure yours. That's what I'm pointing here. And at that particular point, I had to also stitch, right? So I did this before picking up the area where I notched, and I'll join my notch on the black to the center back, and then sew each round for you guys to see the beautiful outcome. So let's get this sewn. So guys, this is a beautiful outcome of mine. I hope yours came out really beautiful like this. Do you like what you see? Is this beautiful as expected? Look at the sleeves. Look at mine. Is it giving? Do you love it? Is it a hit or a miss? Let me know in the comment section. Let's interact. If you have questions, please drop it. I'll be glad to respond. Also, guys, subscribe, like, comment, and let's get interactive. Bye.